One thing which many rich people tell advisors is, I'm very rich and I don't need any life insurance. Is it true? Well, it depends on the individual, and it depends on how good the advisor is in assessing the situation. So here is the real life story which happened in Delhi. The third son of a family of 4 sons did not have any insurance. So I'm jumping the gun. The story is, the family had a huge net worth. They were living in a house worth about, say, 20 crores, really big mansion in a very good location, prime location of Delhi, and 4 sons and 1 daughter. Daughter was married off. The 4 sons were in the family business, and the eldest brother was controlling the business. The father was also there, but largely the eldest son was controlling the business. Father was semi-retired, and all the brothers were looking after it. So the third brother was the guy who was looking after a lot of the sales. He used to travel abroad and exports and all that. And he had married a girl slightly out of the community, right? Slightly out of the community in the sense, community of rich people, not really out of the community, but slightly poorer than them, right? It's slightly poorer, I would say a lot poorer, just because these people had a huge net worth. And the companies were there were private limited companies, there was perhaps one listed company. And this brother was drawing a nice big salary, nice fat salary, so nice big cars, good vacations, everything was happening. He was about 37, 38 years of age, 2 young kids in a very good school, and wife a housewife. All the women were housewives, and but the other 3 women were very well off. They came from rich families. This girl did not come from a rich family, right? But this family was used to, she was more or less same age as him, friend's younger sister. So she was about 36, 37. So at 38, this guy died of a heart attack, right? So pretty common, I would think, these days, when lifestyles or whatever, I'm not getting into the reasons. And when he died, he had no insurance. That's okay till now, because everything was paid off. I mean, the last rites and all that was done. He had a young son and a young daughter, I think a 6-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old or 5-year-old son, and a housewife who's accustomed to children going to top class schools and tennis and etc, etc, etc. Now suddenly the cash flow froze, right? There was no cash coming, there was no salary, and well, he was not working, so there was no salary, and which meant that she had literally no money. Now hold your breath. She had to change schools, because they said, why do you need to put them in the same school? So she had to change schools. There was a huge compromise on the quality of life that she led. And I'm sure her husband wouldn't have liked it. And he had bought one big pension plan for which he had to pay her premium, right? So he had also taken some life insurance for the children. He had a very small life insurance for himself, maybe 20-30 lakhs, which was nowhere near sufficient for the lifestyle that they were maintaining. So when you are talking to a client, this is, I'm addressing advisors, and I'm also addressing HNI's part of a very big HNI family, right? So if your net worth is because of your family, or your net worth is because of some disputed land, you got land worth 150 crores but it's been disputed, remove all the disputed land and remove all the liquid, all the non-liquid assets, and all those assets on which you and your wife, or you and your wife and your children don't have any control. So in this case, what this guy should have done, he should have taken adequate insurance, maybe 5-6 crores of insurance on himself with his wife as a beneficiary, so that she could have decided where to live, what to do after this, which school children would go to, right? So these are the questions which your insurance should answer. It is not a question of, oh, my family is rich so I don't need. Yes, some very very rich families, Kumar Mangalam Birla does not need. He runs an insurance company, right? He owns an insurance company. That is very different. I am talking of people with, say, net worth of even 150 to 200 crores but stuck in properties, etc., which is in a joint family, which this woman, who is the wife of this guy or the widow of this guy, cannot access. She cannot tell her children, dad is no more, but you will still go to a 5-star hotel for your birthday party, that you will still go to the same school, that you will still have the same vacations, because that is what you want to ensure. I want to ensure that if I died at 32, that my daughter does not suffer, that my wife's lifestyle is not decided by my father, brother, sister, mother, or her brother, her father, right? She should have the independence. So why do you need life insurance? You need life insurance, and the best thing to buy, of course, is term insurance, is to ensure that nothing changes in the lifestyle of the people who are left behind. And here I'm not being very, let me be very clear. If the husband is earning 1 crore and the wife is earning 2 crores, the wife needs more insurance than the husband. Just reduce it. Let us say the wife is earning 20 lakhs, the husband is earning 10 lakhs, and he's also looking after the house because he finds more time, he's nearer, he's doing work from home. So which means the wife is going to miss the husband's support at home. So she's going to incur some more expenses. Other than that, even assuming that the husband is doing very well and wife is a housewife but perfectly capable of going out and finding a job, she still has to worry because the children have lost one parent to death, and they should not lose the other parent to a full-time job. Then who is going to look after the kids? Then you will suddenly find that the girl's father saying, oh, come and stay with us, or the father-in-law saying, now why do you need such a big house, why do you need this location, not going to throw parties, shift to a smaller house. You don't want all of them saying that to your spouse, whether it's your husband or whether it's your wife, whether the person who is listening to is a woman and who has to protect the husband and children. What happens if the husband has had a illness and he is earning much less than the wife? That can also happen. Normal assumption is the husband is earning a larger amount than the wife. Husband is earning 2x, wife is earning x. But it is also possible today that you see such reverse cases where the husband is earning x and the wife is earning 2x. So the 2x person is the provider. That person needs more insurance so that the children will have one parent available for whatever their needs are, right? So you don't want to lose one parent to death and another parent to a full-time job. So take care of all this. Make sure that all loans get repaid. Make sure that the same lifestyle can be maintained. If you think that same lifestyle can't be maintained, then cut down the lifestyle today when you're alive, when both of you are alive. That is the time to cut down. You cannot cut down because the children will feel very upset saying, oh my god, this is what we were doing. Last year we went to Disneyland, Hong Kong for a vacation, and this year we can't even afford to go to Goa. Children should not feel all that. So make sure that there is adequate insurance, all the loans are repaid. The house stays with you. The husband has died, but the wife has got enough income. After 2, 3 years, 4 years, when the kids are settled, or you found a good nanny for your kids, or your parents have moved in with you, for whatever solution you found, then you can always look for a job and go. But at least there should be adequate money to pay for the next 10 years, to pay for the big goals. Because when your daughter if you want your daughter to go to Harvard, and you see her, you visualize her wearing a blue sweater or a blue coat and waving at you. Remember, it's a dream that the family wants, right? You want, your wife wants, your child wants. Your child will be very upset that you have died, but then after 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, after the grief is over, she will now say, now what? Can I still go to Harvard? I'm 92, I'm 19 years of age. In 2 years, I need to go to Harvard. Mom, is there adequate money for me to go to Harvard? Dreams have to be protected. Loans have to be repaid. Your spouse, let's assume the husband has died, the wife's retirement has to be protected. And if the wife is going to support her parents or his parents or whoever, right, his younger brother is not capable of earning, it should take care of all those things. So therefore, there can't be a thumb rule saying 10 times your income or 20 times your income. Each person has to sit down, calculate how much insurance. That's how I would go about doing an insurance calculation. Don't ask me how much insurance I have. I'm beyond insurance. My daughter has started earning, so I don't need insurance. My wife has adequate money for the rest of her life. So I am now fully provided, but I was not fully provided when I was 30 to 33 years of age. So therefore I had insurance. Slowly over a period of time, the term insurance is over. I still have some old unit linked policies where I've been paying the premium, and though they exist, but it is not going to help my wife live her life if I die, right? That for that she has adequate money, so this will be just money for jam, right? So remember, life insurance is a complicated one. I still have a thumb rule: 10 times your income or 20 times your income. But please understand, that is for a 28-year-old, not for a 54-year-old. A 54-year-old may not need insurance if his or her children have started earning. So remember all this. It's a pretty complicated thing. It's like saying, oh, put money in an index fund, it will do well. Yes, it will do well, but there are caveats to it. Similarly, you will take term insurance, but how much of term insurance, how to take it, how to structure it, till what age, right? So maybe you need a 10 crore insurance till you're 55 years of age, and maybe you need only 2 crore insurance till you're 62 years of age. So it has to be structured in such a way, right? So all those things are important. It is not easy to just say, oh, 10 times is what you need. A 54-year-old does not need. A 28-year-old may not find it sufficient if he or she has given a guarantee to a hospital which has borrowed money for being built, right? So those kind of, there she has given a 10 crore loan guarantee, so that will also come, that could come into play on her death, right? So you have to be careful about all those things before you arrive at a number and say this person does not need insurance or needs insurance. To the best of my knowledge, everybody needs insurance, unless he's inherited already, not going to inherited already a big chunk of money, and that itself, what has already been inherited, is enough for the nuclear family which he runs, right? Once that is there, then it's a different thing. Otherwise, all of us need term insurance in our young age. None of us need term insurance beyond maybe our age of 52, 55, whatever. But having said that, at 55, if I had gone and borrowed, let's say I was a doctor, and at 55 with 5 other younger friends or older friends, I started my own clinic, and I gave bank guarantees for that. Again, I need life insurance, maybe term insurance. Please understand, it's a complicated thing. Don't just assume that it is easy to understand. It is not. Sit with an intelligent agent or advisor, whatever, and then take a decision. Take a fine calculated decision saying you don't need insurance. That's great, but don't just go by thumb rule. Thank you.